driver, I love to come here. And for a very simple reason that racing is pure here.
Well, year after year, the Rolex 24 just keeps ratcheting up in its competition level. It's pretty intense, the feeling of winning here. You know, any 24-hour race is, you know, intense, it's emotional, it's draining. They're all different, but this one, it really does sort of stand out as being very, very special.
I have many early memories of watching my dad's race team from home on the couch, watching the race on TV and trying to stay up until 2, 3, 4 in the morning to watch as long as I possibly could.
It's getting to the point now where it's almost keeping me up at night trying to win this race. Every time you do this race, you think this is the year, this is the team, this is the car, these are the teammates, you know, we're well prepared, everything's ready. Every year that you take a stab at it and you get close, and you come back again, you want it more and more and more and more.
You gotta learn how to adapt quick because new scenario is gonna happen, no question. I mean, rain, cold weather, traffic, you know, situations that you're probably not expecting. But for those that are able to adapt quick, we'll be able to gain a lot of position time and probably the race too.
It's going to take a lot to win this year. You know, it's a very deep prototype field. Everything's going to have to be perfect. The drivers are going to have to be flawless. They're going to have to be quick. It's going to be a sprint race for 24 hours. The car's going to have to be reliable. Pit stops are going to have to be perfect. Circumstances are going to have to go your way. It's going to take a lot to win in this class. It's one of the biggest goals that I have. Obviously, I'd love another Indianapolis 500 or an IndyCar championship, but the Daytona 24, I've come so close now 2 or 3 times. Been on the podium, I think, 4 times. And I can't imagine how sweet victory would feel at that point.
You know, we've got teams like Penske and Yost coming in, and these are world-renowned teams, so I think for us, it motivates us even more now. We've got all the eyes, you know, around the world watching this series at the moment. This year is the time to shine.
I think the prototypes is what really drew me to come and do the IMSA race. I think having, you know, what we call the DPI cars, having a manufacturer involved in the program, I thought it would be a lot of fun.
This race has been always something that I've wanted to win, especially with the history that is Daytona. I mean, just racing on the beach and starting a long time ago with stock cars. Scuderia Corsa has proven themselves the last 2 years in a row to be a team that really didn't make any mistakes in the pits ever.
Yeah, multi-class racing is always very difficult, but that's what also makes sports car racing so special. For me, it's the toughest challenge at the moment that you can find.
Yeah, 24 Hours of Daytona, I've known it since I was a kid, even down in small Belgium. And it was a dream come true last year to come over here.
It's a lot of teamwork to win in Daytona. It's clear that there's not one single driver, there's not one single person in the pit crew. The team that generally does that job best is the one that comes out on top.
If you want to win it, if you really want to win it, you have to take your chances, and that means you have to know where to overtake. So I think the 2018 one is an iconic one because it's the first time that everyone wants to join. Formula 1 drivers, all the IMSA drivers, a lot of WEC drivers. It's from all the big championships around the world.
I love iconic races. I love motorsport in any category, and you know, being here, especially this year, I think the level of the prototype categories is just the highest ever. You know, happy to be with United Autosport and challenge ourselves against the best teams in the world.
It's so special. It's so special to be winning and getting the watch. It's emotional. It's very, very emotional. And I remember I cried when I won.
I think it's racing over here, and the tracks are less forgiving, so you have to have more respect for the track. Coming here 9 times, it would just be fantastic to finally get a victory here.
Yeah, just to win this race with so many great drivers and teams and manufacturers involved trying to push to do this, it just says a lot.
Looking forward to a great competition. We're gonna, like as I said, learn a lot, but hopefully in the end we're gonna have, you know, the watch on the wrist.